Okay, people, so let's talk about the case of Alec Baldwin, because as you people know, Alec Baldwin, the famous Hollywood actor who accidentally, shot and killed Halyna Hutchins, because he was practicing with a gun, and it accidentally went off. Well, let's be honest here, I don't understand where Alec Baldwin was pointing that gun, but I still think he should be held criminally responsible, if I'm being honest here. But obviously, given his fame and his status as an actor, I guess the district attorney's office dropped the criminal charges against him, and obviously despite the charges being dropped against him, it's still not over yet, because I guess now he's going to be taken to a civil court. That's right, because obviously with Alec Baldwin, if he would have been criminally charged and if he would have been convicted on the serious count of involuntary manslaughter, he would have been facing 5 years in prison and all that stuff. And I think it's pretty shocking that they dropped the charges against him, even though it was technically an accident. At the same time, it's like, unfortunately, a family member's life was cut short, so I can't imagine, how painful it must be for the family of Halyna Hutchins. But now, it looks like that, there's a lawyer that's going to be pursuing a civil suit against Baldwin. That's right. The lawyer basically told Yahoo Entertainment that the charges being dropped against Alec Baldwin won't affect the civil suit against the actor. That's right. So obviously, Alec Baldwin, I guess, is going to be filming again or something, and in my honest opinion, I guess the timing of this isn't either the best, or he just, I guess, wants to move on from this entire thing and make it seem like it was just a unfortunate accident. But obviously, this is a very difficult situation and a very difficult case to cover here. But you know what? Hey, that's what I'm doing here on this channel, because this interests me. So I'm going to share my honest opinion on this and say that I personally think a criminal trial, I think that the choice to drop the criminal charges against him was likely influenced by his status as a celebrity, because if this was a random person, they would have easily gotten, I think, hit with an involuntary manslaughter charge. But because of Alec Baldwin's status as an actor, I guess the district attorney's office either felt pressure to drop the charges against him or something. But now there was a criminal case. Obviously, the criminal case was filed against Alec Baldwin in New Mexico, because that's where I guess the filming for Rust was. But now it looks like to me that the lawyer that is pursuing the case against Alec Baldwin wants to really, like, I guess, have some, or find some closure for the families. That's right, for the family of Halyna Hutchins. So as I was saying, it looks like to me that the lawyer of the family, of the victim's family, really wants to, like, get some closure for him. But now I guess that it says here that they are going to be proceeding with the civil lawsuit on behalf of their clients, and Mamie Mitchell is going to be represented in this case, the former script supervisor for Rust, and in addition, I guess Halyna's mother is also being represented, her father and her sister as well. Obviously, I guess it says here that Alec Baldwin tried to have the civil case dismissed against him and block the court from seeking punitive damages against him, but I guess he wasn't too successful in that. And now, despite the prosecutor's decision to dismiss the criminal charge against Alec Baldwin without prejudice, the victims of Alec Baldwin that we represent remain hopeful. The statement read, "He has even sunk so low as to attack Halyna Hutchins' grieving mother, father, and sister for seeking to make him accountable for his part in the death of Halyna Hutchins." While criminal charges against Baldwin have been dropped, the Rust case isn't over. The film's weapons handler, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, is still charged. However, her attorneys believe she'll be exonerated too. And if I'm being totally honest here about this case, my number one question here is, why was Alec Baldwin even put in this position? That's right, that's the number one question I have about this, because here's the thing, whenever you watch movies, usually guns in movies, they use blank rounds, okay? They never use real rounds, they use blank ones. Like when you see those high-pitched sound effects in the old movies, where the person is engaged in a shootout with the enemy, those are blank rounds, and I'm just trying to figure this out. Why would they bring a live round onto the set, and that's what I'm trying to figure out about this, because I personally think that in this case here, they should have just used a blank round. Like, why did they use a live round that's, a round that can kill somebody is beyond me. I don't know whose idea it was to use that round. But you know, if only a blank round would have been used, then obviously Halyna Hutchins, let's be honest, she most likely would have been alive today. But I just think that the person who should really be charged with this is the one who provided the weapon. You know, the one that provided the gun with the one who handed him the gun, and whose job was to ensure that the gun is you know, safe. You know, that the gun is safe to use. You know, that's the person that, in my opinion, should really be charged instead of Alec Baldwin, because now obviously he's going to be living, I guess, with this guilt for likely the rest of his life here. But you know, let's be honest, the reason why they dropped the charges against him is because he's a celebrity, okay? Because if this was any random person, they already would have been, you know, sent to trial and sent to jail. But with Alec Baldwin, I guess you could say he kind of got off here with a slap on the wrist. But obviously he's still facing the civil lawsuit, so it's going to be interesting how the civil lawsuit is going to proceed and all that. But let me know, do you think it was right of them to drop the charges against Alec Baldwin or no? I would love to hear your people's responses in the comment section below, because this is kind of a very, I guess, tough topic to talk about. Because on one hand, obviously, Alec Baldwin, you know, I don't know where he was pointing that gun, but at the same time, too, you know, I just think that this whole thing could have easily been preventable if only they would have, if the person who handed him the gun would have ensured that that the gun is safe to use, you know. And, you know, and another question I also have about this is, why was the gun modified? Like, that's what I want to know too. Like, why did they feel the need to modify this gun? You know, it's like, just use the blank rounds. Don't use a live round.